We've got a fresh paddock that they've just moved into. It's beautiful paddock. It's got a good bit of grass growing in it. I want you to check out the two little calves. Tons of grass. No grass on the outside here. Grass is greener on the other side. To get you through the maze, the dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea, cannot take this anymore. They have tons of grass right here. I mean, like 12 to 15 inches worth of grass. And look, they're nibbling on grass that's outside the fence.
So I believe last year I began sharing with y'all about how easy it was to propagate herbs. Don't remember how I followed up on that, but I wanted to show y'all one that I propagated this spring and successfully rooted it, brought it out, planted it, and it even has new growth on the top. You can see that brighter green. We've had a lot of rainy days, so that's really been good for this rosemary, just until it gets good and established. That is the plant I took it from over there, and now I will have another one on this edge, hopefully not too far apart. They're about a year or so apart, but that's exciting, y'all. When you get a plant and you make another plant from a plant, it can be done. There is another technique I want to share with y'all, and I took a picture of what's going on. I'll post that picture. You'll see a clip pop up. We'll insert that in so I can show you guys. Y'all heard me talk a lot about my plum tree. Now, it's absolutely gorgeous. If you can see some of the plums up in there, they're growing, but the tree is absolutely gorgeous. It's growing like crazy. We've had a very successful year with our plum tree last year. That was its full 6th year. The rain's starting to pick up on me, so I'm gonna have to get inside. But I wanted to show y'all this. So y'all see this bottle right here that's got aluminum foil on it. This is something called air layering. Now, if you're not familiar with this technique, you can go back and look it up. Basically, what I did is come in down here, shaved off this first layer with a razor and unpeeled it off, took the little stems and clipped them down, got a bottle, nothing more than just a water bottle, filled it with soil, cut it up the middle so I could wrap it around that branch, tied it up with some tomato string to secure it, and covered it with foil. I did add some root hormone on those little notches that I cut off. I'm not an expert. If you want to know more details about that, there's lots of great YouTube videos out there on that. But this is what I wanted to tell y'all with this today. The foil's job is when you're rooting something, or when something's growing in the ground and it's presenting roots, the sunlight doesn't shine on that. So that's the purpose of the foil, is to create a dark environment. So I went out there today to glance to see if I had any roots. I knew that I probably was not going to have any roots that I could see, because I'm only about 2.5 weeks into this, but this is what I wanted to share with y'all. So I opened my foil up and saw some little white critters crawling around in there. So I thought, well, that's not good. I need to get those off. So what I ended up doing was taking my string off that I had secured it with, took my container off of soil that had the little critters crawling around, went and dumped those to the chickens, and I did have some tiny new growth on the plum tree. Now, I have tried several other techniques and methods with cutting branches and those in water, putting those in soil with root hormone, unsuccessfully. So the air laying method was a technique that someone had told me about, and I'm very excited. I will show y'all more and tell y'all more in detail when I pull that cup off and show you guys the roots from where I took it to. So that will be an exciting new thing that we're doing that I would love to share with you guys. Stay tuned for that video, and I can't wait to show that. I think this is going to be a successful way that initially requires some work, but it's going to pay off in the long run to get a cloned plant of my Methley plum tree. And if you're wondering, well, Misty, why didn't you do a video on your plum tree of what you were doing and tell us why you were doing it, what you're doing? Well, this is my thing. I could have, and then it not be successful. So I wanted to make sure that I first had success with the tree, then go back and talk you guys through what I had done, how it turned out, and etc. So I am excited there was new growth, because I'll be able to go back, take all that down, show you what I did, talk you through what I did, and maybe even do another one. But then that you can see, hey, there is results from this. And we try to put our videos together, like, hey, this is what's going on this day. Hey, this is it's going on this day. And not start a video and then wait weeks later and put it together. So I did not start a video on that because I wanted to see what kind of success I was going to have first and foremost. But I am, like I said, I am excited about the new growth. And when I take all that stuff down and show you guys, I'll be able to say, this is what happens when you do this. So I am pretty excited about that. Y'all stay tuned.
Mama's faking Bobo down there. Trying to move the cows to the back pasture. We've got Allie, Petey, Quarantino, and Trixie all by the house. So that gives our dairy, our little bull that's not doing anything right now, and the steer that's nursing off one of the Hereford mamas. All the rest we're moving to the back pasture. So we're walking 35 acres with no lead cow of Allie, and with the bull that's not even ours. Let's see how this goes.
What we doing, Jen? What we doing? What? Moving pigs. In the morning. What did we just move? What did we just move over here?
The cows.
What did we move?
Cows.
The cows.
Yeah.
We've got the Hereford mamas, the Hereford babies. We've also got the Jersey steer Kristoff. We've got Josie, which is our Jersey heifer, and then we got Bobo, Bohan, and the rental bull. So that's who's back here. So we solved a few issues. So we have Petey still in the permanent fencing with Allie, and Allie is not going to let him nurse. We have Trixie, which is Allie's baby, who's got to be dependent on her that shares, calf shares with us. And then we also have Quarantino. That will help Petey stay calm to have another cow in there when, or another bull calf in there when Allie is with me on the dairy side. So these are the ones that still need to be bred. Allie needs to be bred too, but she's not as important in breeding as the two Herefords and Josie with Bobo. So we're solving the issue of having too much grass, not too much grass, having enough grass here that the sheep cannot handle, that the cows can definitely handle, because the calf, I mean, I'm gonna still do another fence over here worth of cows in just a few days, because they'll finish this and the sheep still have all this to go and then back over there to go. So it's gonna be perfect to use this grass for the cattle and let that cattle grass just sit. It's been sitting for about 30 to 45 days, a lot of the paddocks, which is what you want. I'd love to get to 60, kind of like we do in the winter. This will help that rotation go a little bit slower to help that grass look even better, make those fields even do better as well. So very pleased with them coming out this way. Great quality grass, got water out here. We're supposed to get a grounding rod on here. We've got permanent fencing over there. We've got poultry net here because I didn't want to put temporary fencing in, just because this is not their, you know, where they're always going to be with cattle. We just have them here right now. They're looking good too. They're gonna enjoy this grass. This is a little bit different pallet grass. This is a grass that we're not used to where the cattle are. So I think this gives them just another way to forage. This has got a lot of natural forage elements in it, and it's not been planted in years. But the sheep love it, and I know the cows will too.